Away from that, relations between Kenya and Somalia remain on the rocks following the reinstatement of the mandatory Wajir flights stopover and revoking of a Kenya entry visa agreement. Now, the Kenyan government is yet to respond to a letter by the government of Somalia raising concern over what the Federal Republic terms as contravention of a neighborly bond, which has a potentially destabilizing impact.
For two neighboring countries, Kenya and Somalia, relations have not been without tension, and the month of May has opened another chapter in the diplomatic spat between the two countries. First, it was the suspension of direct flights from Mogadishu to Nairobi on the 11th of May. The direct flights were allowed 2 years ago under an agreement that partially lifted decade-old restrictions imposed as part of security measures. Under the new agreement, diplomatic passport holders were allowed to get visas on arrival at the JKIA, while ordinary passport holders acquired visas from the Kenyan embassy in Mogadishu.
The government of Kenya is saying because of the security concern, we not allow the Somali, citizens, directly coming from Mogadishu to Nairobi. They have to pass.
Earlier this month, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs termed it as normal operating procedure.
All of us travel with visas, So if you really don't have a visa, it's very difficult to enter a country X.
Somalia is not taking it lightly.
They are saying we're no longer attending any international conference in Nairobi to avoid for further humiliations.
In a statement, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation of Somalia says the actions contravene the neighborly bond that exists between Somalia and Kenya. The government of Somalia, therefore, calls on the government of Kenya to consider the potentially destabilizing impact of these actions and to uphold the long-standing relations. Somalia, according to analysts, was caught off guard by the recent moves.
But the Somali government is saying if they came withdraw that agreement, it was better to inform us early enough.
The latest diplomatic tiff coming just over 3 months before the September ruling by the International Court of Justice on the Kenya-Somalia maritime boundary dispute. Somalia moved to the ICJ in August 2014, accusing Kenya of grabbing part of its maritime territory. Somali's claim carves out a triangle which stretches for 100,000 square kilometers, currently occupied by Kenya. The developments, analysts argue, call for dialogue to try and resolve the latest row before the historic ICJ maritime dispute ruling, which could further deepen tensions between the two countries with trade and security ties at risk. Rita Tinina, KTN News.